Another fantastic season on the Hilltop coming up. Number 17 for this young gentleman over here, Coach Andre Cook, the former D2 National Coach of the Year back in 2018, 2019. The reason I bring that up is because Ashton Spears had like one of my Instagrams, and I was just like, oh man, that team always near and dear in our hearts. But it looks like you have another team, though, that can make another run this season. As you guys, man, what a run last year. It was a roller coaster from the very beginning to the very end, but you guys hit a terrific run at the end and found a way to go dancing.
Yeah, I was, last year was, I was super proud of the guys, of game 2, Blake, our best player tears his ACL. Nothing was going our way. We were 5-6 in the league. We were 11-9 overall. You called the buzzer shot of UTPB. And you were here, and how crushing that was. And for our guys to hang in there when things weren't going great, and to win 10 of our next 12, beat West Texas at West Texas, beat St. Mary's 3 times.
In a row?
Yeah, in a row, within 9 days. To win at TAMU, to win at Kingsville, and I'm missing some, but it was just what a great run. And to get in the NCAA tournament, I feel like we exhaled a little bit when we knew we were in and didn't play our best in the NCAA tournament. But I was proud of obviously Gavino as a senior captain, and everything that he went through last year.
I mean, again, you still have to integrate some new faces. I mean, highly talented freshmen that you have, and Riley coming on board this year.
Yeah, so. Ryder Bradley.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you combine them. Ryder Bradley.
I'm hoping that he can have the same impact that Sam McKinney had last season as a true freshman. I thought that was obviously he finished all freshmen last season. But that's not something that's typical in the Lone Star Conference, just because it's so hard to make that transition from high school basketball to like the epitome of D2 athletics in this country.
Yeah, and we'll just talk about Ryder. Ryder is local kid, Leander High School. Played for his dad, the Lions. Played for his dad. Is a great, a really high-level basketball coach himself. Ryder's been on the varsity for 4 years. He's had all the pressure on him. He's had the ball in his hands. And we wanted Ryder right from day one. And, we feel, and I'm not trying to put pressure on the young man, we feel what a spot for him to be in. To Blake move to the point guard, and to have Blake and Gavino here to help him in this process, I think is great for Ryder.
Hey, Coach, let me ask you real quick, a little bit this upcoming season. You have a lot of returners. I'm very excited. You got a lot of guys that have a lot of tangibles, like Jamison K, Connor McManus, another guy that had a lot of success. I think he had over like 10 points a game last season, if I'm correct. Oh, Mason Courtney had over 10.
Mason Courtney.
Connor McManus led you in three-pointers with 84.
Yes, right.
I know that's going to be key for your success again, because those guys got hot at really key times. And Jamison, man, his all-around game just like improved on both ends as the season was closing out last year.
Let's start with our starting wings. Those guys shot mid to upper 40s from the 3 line in the league, 47 to 49%. Connor McManus and Mason Courtney. They are tough guys. They bring it every day. To have those guys back, I believe started just about every game, played a ton of minutes for us last year. To have those guys back is terrific at the wing. And then Jamison, Jamo probably on the court had to adjust the most without Blake. He was starting at the 5 at the beginning of the year, and if we were there those scrimmages and those first couple of games, Jamison was probably averaging about 20 points a game. Blake gets hurt, we got to move Jamo to the 4 and put Big Lou in, and it just, Lou played within, he did great, but he plays within 3 or 4 feet of the basket.
It's a little old school.
And then it kind of changed the dynamic, and Jamo had to change his game. We had to change our game kind of in midstream, and he did a great job. We're pumped to have him back. And then we talked about Sam, and you see Wonder and Trayvon got, as freshmen, they also got minutes in some big games last year.
Trayvon. But we're talking with the big fella over here. Good to see you back for another season. And welcome back, man. Blake Nielsen here for his senior season. I know last year getting cut a little short, but how are you feeling coming into this season? I can only imagine that you're super excited to get right back out on the court, but I don't want to make any assumptions.
No, for sure. Just sitting out that long, luckily I have been pretty injury free until that moment last year, and so was really excited for last year. We had a great team and they accomplished great things, but it was definitely sad to have that opportunity taken away, but that means I get another year here, which I've really loved being here on campus. And yeah, super excited to just be back on a court. When stuff like that gets taken away from you, it makes you cherish,
Oh yeah.
just being healthy and being able to be on a basketball court. So
Definitely.
I think it was a good thing for me to learn. You obviously don't ever want anything like that to happen, but it's a good learning moment.
I'm glad. Well, I wish you could have had like a complete senior season last year, but I mean, we are definitely happy to have you back, and we know that you're going to be a big focus point for this squad, and a lot of the success does lie with you. How does that make you feel coming into the season? Does it add any extra pressure, especially coming off of the injury?
No, I don't think so. Just excited to be healthy, and we've got a really good team. There's definitely, I don't think there's too much pressure on me. I think it's just if we can figure it out as a group and find the best way we can play together and beat as many of these other teams. Yeah, so I'm really excited about our roster. But yeah, definitely I'm excited to be part of it. But not too much pressure on just me. That's a good part about playing basketball and having teammates out there. So you have other people to rely on.
Let me ask you, Blake, you talk about the team, a lot of the starters coming back from last season, but a lot of the depth that's been added to this team is rather new.
Yeah.
How are the new guys kind of gelling with the team from what you can see since you've pretty much been here the entire time?
Yeah, no, I think it's been really good so far. Obviously, we got to move in a week early this year, which has been nice to just be around each other. Guys have played pickup a couple times and just kind of gotten to know each other, but these guys seem really cool, and if we can kind of gel early on, it'll help.
You're one of those guys that's returning. I mean, the only hole is really in the middle, and then you're going to have like a new point guard, which is essentially going to be Blake this season. So not too much drop off between him and G. But how are the new guys kind of start fitting on this team from what you've seen so far? A lot of new faces that are going to be a part of the depth going forward for this squad.
I think, I wouldn't even say there is a drop off at all. So Donnie, he's from California, but he went to high school at Westlake with me and Blake, so we know him very well. Robert, he works out with us over the summer, and almost 4 out of the 5 freshmen do like the in-town summer workouts. So everyone knows each other. Everyone is really working on getting to know each other, build chemistry off the court, which leads to success on the court, I believe.